Hey guys, my name is Patrice and today I want to talk about the build that I kinda played around with Moze. I've been actually working out on a lot of builds today, right? And yesterday I've been just trying to figure out maybe new stuff that nobody knows yet or something cool, you know, that I could have found. And this is the only build that came up that is not like infinite shield build or infinite grenade build, that is still usable and still fun to play with. Is it the best build? Probably not. Probably infinite shield, you know, or infinite grenades will make you invincible, so probably better. But is it fun to play and is it fast? Yes, it's a lot of fun to play and you should definitely try it out. Kicking everything off, let's start with the abilities. The red build is the main build right now, which is not actually the main damage build is coming from here, but red build is the one that keeps us alive. So what I went with is as much shield as possible, those two, then 3 in here, 2 in here just to carry and points to carry on. Maybe this is like okay, you know, because it does increase your gun damage, so it's not a bad thing, right? Because you're gonna be killing a lot of enemies. This is actually a good thing, but I don't know, I just couldn't really give any points for it. Then I got 3 points in here just so a quicker shield recharge, you know, everything to keep this build alive, because it's actually quite easy to, you know, one-shot us. 3 points in here, I get 1 point from my mod. Increase the gun damage the lower health I have, pretty good since I have half health now anyway. Then 5 points in here, but also my mod adds 4 points, which is insane. This is actually nuts. Just look at these scores, man. Max shield 27% per stack, gun damage 18% per stack. There's no stack limit, 30 seconds per stack. I kill about 10 enemies in, I don't know, maybe a couple of seconds, so I get 10 stacks immediately. It does go over the time, but and like heavy enemies a bit harder to stack this, but still it's pretty insane with this mod. And then I have this just to keep me alive and extra damage, you know, when you're about to die and stuff. Because when your shield is broken, you will pretty much die usually, or will be very close to death at least, so this keeps you alive. Now moving on to green, I actually didn't invest anything in here. I tried different ones. I tried to have 5 points in here and 1 point in here, or 5 points in here and 1 point in here, but none of it seemed just worth it. It's either you go full all the way in here or not at all, I feel like, with this build specifically. Another thing I did is 5 here for the extra splash damage. Incendiary isn't as strong. We don't really need fire damage in this build, but hey, you know, extra damage, why not? The main thing is this one. All splash damage dealt by Moze has a chance to double itself, so whenever we shoot with this explosion has a chance to double itself, which sometimes goes on for ages and it's pretty crazy. Also, this skill, means of the destruction, is very important as well because of the splash damage. Since we do splash damage all the time, we get ammo back and grenade back all the time as well. So we have pretty much infinite grenade with this build, which is also good. It's not completely infinite, but it's infinite-ish, because we need to use our grenades every time we need to trigger the effect, so we deal more damage. And also I put some 2 points in here, that's just to heal us with the grenades. It's not too important, you know, you could definitely remove these two and put them here. But for me, I think they added extra survivability and just added a little bit more health to me, so I liked it. And the grenade capacity by 2 as well. Also not as important. You could definitely remove a few points from here and add them to here, and maybe put 1 point in here instead and try that out. If you can't keep yourself alive, then fair enough, go with that because you'll be a lot stronger. If you cannot, then put points back in here too, because this kind of sustains you a little bit. For a robot, I seen a meme on the Reddit right now where it said, oh, I forgot something, and then the person goes like, if you forgot it, it's not that important. I guess you're right. And then there was just a robot standing in the rain. Because it's really not important, you will never use this. The only time I see using robot, right, is when you're about to die and this is the only way to survive, then you go into a robot just so you get that time to heal back. Go with the rockets, that deals a lot of damage, well, the most damage at least from all of those builds that you can choose, so that's what I went with. You can also go with this to break the shields, but your build will destroy shields fast enough anyway, so, you know, unnecessary. Anyway, that's it with the skills. Now let's move on to other items. So obviously the main one is Itchy Flacker. It's really like not hard to get, it's a world drop. By the time now I probably had like 20 of these dropped by now, and I have about 4 of them in my storage, like 1 here and 3 in my storage for other characters. So You should either have it or, I don't know, go farm Graveyard or something like that. I don't really know how to get it faster. Moving on to, so this weapon is dropped by Atomic and Celestro. You can find them on Necrotafeo. I've made a separate video that is like 1 minute long. You can go down in the description, or it will be at the end of this video, or on my channel, and check it out. That's where you find this weapon, which is also pretty decent, but we need splash damage. We need a lot more splash damage, especially with this 210 splash damage radius, because we can double this and make it a lot stronger. That's why we need Flacker mainly. But Pestilence also works great, and when you run out of ammo, you're gonna need to use this. Since we don't have any green build up here, we're gonna be running out of ammo sometimes. Another thing I have is this spinner, but I just got it recently, so I didn't even give it a big try really. I don't know how well it works yet. The shield that we're using is Red Suit, which is also dropped by Atomic and Celestro, and both of these items are dropped by them. So yeah, you will need to go and farm them for quite some time. Depends how lucky you are, you know. It's for me, it took a couple of hours. Again, I already made a video on exactly where it is and how to farm it. It will be on the cards popping up on the top right corner or at the end of the video. That's the main thing, because you don't want to, you know, lose health whilst you on radiation, and you need to be on radiation all the time to deal most amount of damage. So 100% resistance toward radiation is amazing. Another thing I get here is while shield is full, shots drain 30% shield for 20% extra weapon damage, which is really good for each flacker because the entire explosion area is covered by extra 20% weapon damage. But the problem is that it does eat my shield and make me weaker. The second thing I have that is really good but at the same time pretty bad is this class mode. So the buffs that I get from here are not great. I don't really need those. Pistol damage is cool for my Pestilence weapon, but you know, for each flacker it doesn't work. So if this would be a shotgun or a Torg weapon damage, that would be the best you can get. The stats up here, shield delay 150% and shield recharge rate minus 50%, is why I'm a bit more tankier. I use this mode specifically to make myself tankier. The next thing is obviously plus 4 points of this and 1 point in here. Plus 4 points in this skill makes me actually almost invincible. I have like 30k shield with this build running around. It's pretty crazy. Up here, yeah. It's nuts sometimes. You're actually running around with like 40k shield whilst you are like not shield build at all. This is just attack build, fully DPS. But you can exchange this with different stuff. For example, this one is really good. So landing a critical hit has a 25% chance to drop a micro grenade and explode after a short time. Also really decent. The stats are also good, weapon damage and KOV weapon damage, and grenade radius also needed for me. But you know, I tried both of them, and you know, bloodletter worked better. I tried the different ones as well. Like this one is definitely unneeded because it's for the bear. This one is also pretty good since splash damage up to 100% if you don't reload, but since I don't have the green build at all, I reload all the time, which means this build goes off. And another thing is that I don't like the points in here, like 3 points into my grenade. Like yes, it's not bad, but I tried it, it didn't do as well. You know, even 80% damage reduction, I expected that to do a lot, didn't do as much. But you know, you can try it out, see if it makes you any tankier. Then if it works, it works. The one best that works for me right now is this one, and the main thing is you need the class modifier to have something that will improve your either survivability or damage. In here I got both survivability and damage, which is all I need. Another very, well, most important item I would say even is obviously elemental projectors. So you need an artifact that basically while suffering the element effect increase your damage with the same element. That's already obvious, you all knew that by now, I'm pretty sure. It's an obvious one. Another good thing that it gives me is that killing a badass triggers victory rush for 60 seconds. 18% movement speed and damage, also amazing thing because I kill a shitload of badasses and pretty much one tap them every time. 8% plus movement speed, so I'm faster, and the most important stat here is 27 irradiate chance, which also adds on to my build even better, which is really lucky that I got this, you know. It's really hard to get. I would say I didn't get many of those throughout my complete farming time. Maybe like 3 of those dropped for me. But when you do see one, it drops everywhere. Then save it for this build, or hopefully you already have one. you know, by now, but I don't know. I cannot really tell you how to get this one because it's a world drop. It drops from everywhere. So good luck on farming this. That's it about, you need all of these 2 items most importantly. Then you need this to make yourself a lot stronger and tankier, and obviously a chief lacquer to put most damage. Another thing is my grenade. I don't actually have a good grenade yet. I have this, which is level 48, and it's my really old grenade by now, but you know, it irradiates enemies and it deals good. Like, it helps me to make myself irradiated, so I deal extra damage, so that's good. It has 45% chance. If you have better grenade, good for you. I didn't get any luck right now, but hopefully soon. Anyway, so for a grenade, all you need is something that can radiate you and the enemy. You can throw it on yourself like this and, you know, give yourself radiation. So that's what you need. Okay, so here we are, guys. This is pretty much it. So I don't know, just try it out. If you think I missed anything out, if you think there's a better way of doing it, maybe better mod, please do comment down below, because I'm not a Moze main. I didn't play her for that long to know everything about her yet. So, you know, any help will help. I actually tried to get some help on Reddit, but everyone ignored my my post, unfortunately. So this is as good as I made it and as good as I think it gets. But if it gets any better, please do comment it down below. So don't forget to like this video if it helped you, if you like this build, or subscribe if you want more builds and legendary weapons and everything that in the future. I do post a lot of Borderlands free content, and I see you guys in the next video. Bye.